Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone or anytime you are coming across this platform, Linda's TV show. If it is your first time and you like what we are doing here, after watching this video, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notifications. In that way, you will be able to know when we upload a new video. I want to appreciate YouTube for creating this wonderful platform which we are using to disseminate information to the members of the public. At the same time, I want to put a disclaimer that here in Linda's TV show, I do not promote violence, I do not promote hate speech, I do not promote misleading information. Myself, I don't like it. We react to all forms of videos. So I also want to remind YouTube that a call for self-determination is never a call for war.
Asari Dokubo dumb. Like he had this interview where he showed off his scars. He was talking about his scars. And then you're like, oh yeah, I live in the creek, you know, this place. I am one of the 50 billionaires. So Asari Dokubo is one of the 50 billionaires in Rivers State. He said it. Let me show you a bit of it. I'll take it off your screen if you don't like it.
You know, my needs are very small.
Your fleet of cars, they said, what's 5 billion, you know? I saw them. I saw them. I saw the G-Wagon. I saw the...
If you talk about my fleet of cars, yes, I have a Rolls Royce. I have G-Wagons.
The latest one?
Yes, no, I have G-Wagons. Oh. Not one. I have 2 bulletproof G-Wagons. The other one, G-Wagon 800. Maybe the only one in Nigeria. Yes, maybe the only one in Nigeria. The G-Wagon was sent to me by my friend from Benin Republic to mark my sister's birthday. But it's about $1 billion plus.
Wow, just one G-Wagon. That's why we're saying you're amongst the 50 billionaires.
It's about $1 billion plus. It was bought for me by my friend.
This is Edo State of Kalabari Kingdom, Nnamdi II. Do you know that SH0CK Dokubo Asari is amongst the top 50 billionaires in Rivers State?
My name is SH0CK Dokubo Asari, Nnamdi II, Alabedi of the Kingdom of Kalabari.
Okay, so briefly, Alhaji, we want to talk about your impact in your local communities. We've seen quite a few, couple of activities going on in your local communities. We've seen a place that they call the QMA and a lot of other things. Now, let's talk about your direct impact to your local community. How far has it been over the years?
I want to start with woman capital development. I have under my employment 3,218 persons, and the male my male employees who dominate the workforce, the least paid person is 150,000. People go home with as much as 2 million, and my female employees, the least person is 100,000. So see, it is better to make people to have food on their table.
So that's Alhaji Asari doing a bit of media, what do they call that thing again? Media wash. Asari Dokubo is the Niger Delta terrorist, but they kind of, he used to be my friend, all right? He's a Niger Delta, he was one of the Niger Delta terrorists, okay? Who in their way said they were fighting for the government's exclusion of the people of Niger Delta from benefiting from the crude oil from their land. So they call themselves militants. But guess what? The militants of that time, they are billionaires of today, okay? But the communities they are fighting for, the people they claim to be fighting for, they are still living in that squalor, poverty, and all right? So Asari Dokubo signed a deal during the Yaradua time for peace in Niger Delta, right? Asari Dokubo submitted over 3,000 names of militants under him. You hear him mentioning as if to say he opened a business and they are all working inside the business. Anyway, so he had a deal during Yaradua time. They all had the deals, okay? For them to hand over their guns and all of that amnesty deal. So you will submit the names of the people under you, the militants under you. and then they will be paying them money every month. Okay, it is called the amnesty payment. They've been collecting it for years now, and that is why, or that's why they believe that the unrest in the Niger Delta, okay, which is caused by the likes of Asari and others like that, okay, destroying oil installation, kidnapping oil workers, disrupting production and all that, and cutting down the oil production of Nigeria by almost half at the time. So the best deal they could give them was to say, listen, you don't have to do anything. We'll pay you money. Give us the names of those under you. Promise that you won't use those guns and you will not attack those oil installations anymore. That's the deal. And that was where Asari first made his money. A lot of it. A lot of that money. However, that's just the official one. But when it comes to oil bunkering, they don't agree that they are stealing crude oil. How can we steal something that is our own? See what they talk, Mayegun. What do you mean by the Niger Delta? They are stealing crude oil. What do you mean? It's our oil. So it's not considered as being stolen. Oil bunkering in Niger Delta is not considered as stealing oil. It is considered as them taking from their own stuff that Nigeria is taking en masse, that much that they are not giving back to them. So them taking crude oil or tapping the pipeline, all of that stuff, right, is normal. Robin Hood style, you know, the Robin Hood style. I will help you rob the rich people, and I will share the money to you, the poor people. And everybody will just have to support me and say, yes. But at the end of the day, I will keep majority of it for myself. Okay? And then once in a while, I can throw a few word of cash around, and everybody will still be happy. That is where Asari made this money. He made this money totally from illegality and the lawlessness of Nigeria, no doubt. And he's not the only person. He's done so well for himself. You need to see Asari's wealth for real. Like, you need to see, and then you'll be able to see what is totally wrong with Nigeria. Completely. Okay? So he's done well for himself. Government is paying him, and he's also making money for himself from their own oil bunkering and the rest of that in Niger Delta. He was eyeing to become the federal government contractor, protecting and guiding the pipelines. Nigeria has the biggest, or second biggest army in Africa, okay, supposedly. But Nigeria cannot protect our own national facilities like the pipeline. So the terrorists of Niger Delta were those who are protecting the pipeline. No wonder the Fulani terrorists are asking for amnesty for Fulani terrorists too. At least Niger Delta terrorists also got one. Don't think I don't know why I'm calling them terrorists. So why you don't call them terrorists? They are human rights. Is that what you are telling yourselves? Is that what you are telling yourself? Tompolo, Asari, who else? They are fighting for the people of Niger Delta. Is that what you are telling yourself? Eh? They are not terrorists, they are militant. You know? Or if that makes you feel better, okay, it's all right. And the people they are fighting for, how far will they fight? How far? Eh? Anything better? If you decide to call Asari militant, and then you will call, what is that guy's name? Bello Turuji. What do you call Bello Turuji? Oh, come on. Ask somebody we understand Yoruba. They are all terrorists. In any sane country, once you pick up arm against the country in a way for your own selfish personal gain, a terrorist you be. But Nigeria is a lawless place, so, you know, it's got different meaning. It does. So they made so much money, like really, really bad money. If you see Tompolo, I mean, like, I don't know about how to describe the luxury. The guy is practically living like on his own island, like an island. You know, a place we've seen only him did there. You know what an island is, right? That small piece of land on water. Baramatu, Abi, what is that place? He made himself a king. If you have to say you want to go and capture, you want to, probably Nigerian government want to go and capture Tompolo, they're not going to return. Majority of them will have to die in the creek or die in the water. That's how rich he is. He built himself that. and is the #1 contractor of the federal government of Nigeria, protecting the pipeline, collecting 4 billion naira every month. That is more than what some states collect as allocation. Tompolo alone, collecting over 4 billion naira every month, protecting Nigeria pipeline. Do you actually know how much Tompolo's contract is worth? Because that's what you always said, 4 billion, 4 billion. Tompolo's contract with the federal government of Nigeria is beyond protecting pipelines. He is also protecting waterways. Nigerian Navy, they are the ones doing bunkering. Tompolo, who is also doing bunkering. Tompolo is now the one catching the Nigerian Army, Nigerian Navy doing bunkering on water. Nigerian Navy, they are supposed to be protecting the water of Nigeria, protecting the stolen crude oil. And them, they steal the crude oil. Now Tompolo, they catch them. So it's not just pipeline. No. Tompolo is in contract with the government of Nigeria to the tune of over 5 billion naira every month. Change that. That's over 600 billion naira a year. That's the money they just pay him. That's not part of the money he actually makes from the same crude oil that all of them are stealing every now and then. They are out there doing it. A very lawless place. So it's a place where they're just like, they just continue. Maybe one day everything will be okay. How? How is everything going to be okay? When the people they destroyed Nigeria said, they neither sleep nor slumber. Yeah, they are like the devil. They neither sleep nor slumber. So when is it going to change? What's going to change it? So I saw this clip. This lady complaining about the tomato that she bought. I mean, talking about the cost of living crisis in Nigeria. Okay, but somehow, I don't know. Pardon me and forgive me. I'm just being honest too. Okay. I don't know. After watching the video several times, I am still trying to figure out where is the tomato. Which of them is the tomato? Because to me, it doesn't look like the tomato on the screen is that expensive. But they say it's because I couldn't differentiate between which of them is the tomato. I'll leave it to you to decide. Which of these is the tomato that is expensive, if I may ask?
I don't know what you people call it. Tomatoes. Tomatoes. You can call it. Now, I don't even care about the name. I don't care about the pronunciation. My issue is the price. On a normal, they go this thing. Okay, na fola 1.5. That was a few months back. 1.5 this month. I'm a chef. Now they cook now. For lights now. Once again, go to tomatoes 5,000. So that tomorrow I can use it and make another thing. So we'll just divide them. This one for today's stew, and the other one for another thing tomorrow. This is 5,000 naira tomatoes. Oh, Lisa, please bring the fresh pepper. Hey, 1K maybe allow. Oh, maybe allow. Okay, go 2,000 naira pepper. Hey, fresh pepper 2,000. Here now, Feba now 7K, 7,000 naira. And you think this country will get better? Oh Lord, 2,000. I don't know what you people call it.
No, it don't get better. All right. What happened is that now that kind, see, there are people like us that they'll be like, that's not expensive, 5,000. You know what? Yeah, go and buy 50,000 tomato. Oh, that would be too much. It doesn't matter. Just buy more tomatoes, okay? I know what you are thinking, but that's not what I'm thinking. I'm just kind of trying to, because even the tomatoes are so fresh. Didn't you see that? Everything looks so clean. And I'm like, if it's all clean this way, it shouldn't be that expensive, I think. Like, we can afford it. The African Wala too probably agrees. But I think Celia disagrees. Like, you don't need to put that angry face on, okay? So I am just trying to be honest, like other brethren in this temple right now. They will pay for it. That's not an expensive 5,000 tomato. 5,000. Buy 50,000, my dear. Okay? No, don't worry. No mention. There's no point in you, stressing out. If I can save anyone from that kind of a stress, right? I mean, I will do it. See me sounding like somebody will like women. I don't that much. I do like women, but no. I'm speaking the minds of so many other men there as well. Okay. But let's leave that aside. That shows you, okay, that's those who are even still being able to afford the whatever it is, the cost of living is right now. And I've said this before, even those of you who can afford it, right? Yeah, you are going to be like that a frog inside a boiling pot of water. Okay? Because you can still afford it, right? One of these days, you're going to get in and you're going to look at what you just bought and say, oh, I just spent 300,000 naira. What? 300,000? See what I got for 300,000. Then that's the moment of truth. You begin to feel like, oh, hey, if something is not done, one of these days, you see that one that she's carrying for 5,000. 5,000 from 1.5. One of these days, she's going to display that same thing for 45,000 or 50,000. That's what we'll go scream to. 50,000. Then those of you who think you can afford it, oh, yeah, God is providing. And then you go to see, you begin to pay attention to the bank balance, your bank balance. Say, oh my Louis, this is not sustainable. A person cannot survive like this. How do they expect people to survive like this, Baba? With people where they spend 30,000 naira a month. Some of them don't die, but some of them have been trying to survive since. You might need some tutorial from them too. So those of you who are still comfortable right now, before you become uncomfortable, you better speak out. Because it will touch you. You can afford it now, right? You will probably still be able to afford it until you won't be able to afford it anymore. You know, it's unfortunate. However, here, for the people of Kogi, I think this is the APC candidate for Kogi, for Edo State. And this is the first time I'm hearing him, sincerely. And when I heard him, right, we were talking about his education. He was talking about the Obaseki's anointed SH0CK. Okay, but this is the first time I'm actually listening to the APC candidates in Edo State. Normal APC. You know, there's something that we actually agree on, that usually if you go to APC, you will be told categorically that you don't need your brain. You don't even need to think for yourself. That's too much. There are people that will think for you and tell you how to speak, how to think. But you would have to do more to convince me that the APC, Egbekegbe, is not the association of psycho. No, there's something they call it the psychosis, association of psychosis, cones. No, cone is not like, okay, it doesn't matter anyway. So what happened is that now we look for the APCO, and it doesn't matter the language they speak, we look for Jumbe. Majority of you have no idea that everywhere you see APC in charge of anything, Papa, we don't rule you. But maybe now only Misha. Listen to this guy. They are talking about his education and a few other things. I don't know. I just thought you should hear this. And I think some of you probably have. You know him. I don't know him until now.
The educational background of Okpebolo and qualification.
Yes. Yes. He read business admin at the University of Abuja. And he has concluded his thesis in masters in governance and international relations in the same school.
In any case, he doesn't need more than a school cert to be a governor.
The second question,
he doesn't. No, it's even what he has is superfluous. He don't.
No. Hang on a minute. Before all of the exaggerated wordings, let's go down to brass tacks. What will be?
It's not exaggerated. No. It's not exaggerated. Excuse me. It's not exaggerated. It's what is due. I'm giving to him.
Before all the exaggerated wordings, let's ask, what will be the policy of Okpebolo to tackle challenges around infrastructure in Edo State? And why do you think he's a veritable candidate and against the likes of Asue Godalo and Olumide Akpata?
First, Lord, thank you very much. As for Akpata, we were in one function. We were schoolmates. We graduated from University of Benin together. We went to law school, and he's very competent, qualified. But he's coming, I told him that day that it was anachronistic. That is the time for Edo Central. I told him, he's my friend. I know too, I'm not pretentious when I'm doing all these things. I told him straight away. But for what about Asue Godalo? Yeah. I think I'm coming. The best for last. For Asue Godalo, I have seen him. We look at his antecedents. He continues to say, I will do. I will do. You cannot choose I will do over I have done this, I have done that, which Okpebolo is known for, and which are there on the ground. As for Odalo, I can tell you when he was chairman of Nigerian Breweries, that company experienced tremendous advancement in the reverse. When there was serious loss, huge loss of amount to the tune of over 11 billion naira. He ran it down. The people there wanted his exit.
Was that the cause of the loss?
Excuse me.
See, please, I have a right to ask
chairman under his watch.
Was it the cause of the loss?
I don't. I am telling you, I'm responding that he was the chairman under his watch. Whether it's the cause or under his watch. If University of Benin fails today, he's the vice chancellor. Lilian Salami, they will hold responsible. If Nigeria crumbles today, is the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they will hold responsible. That's the truth. You cannot hold somebody, power flows from that, cascades down. That's what I'm saying. And you are free as a journalist. But at least when we, follow our heart desire, we don't cross the line.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying he was the head under his watch. I say under his watch.
Okay.
Under his watch. No other person. He was the chairman. So that's what I'm saying. Again, he has been in government of Edo State. He has been the head of the economic team. He has also been the head of the kitchen cabinet. I don't know if there's anybody in Edo that can come out to say he has been served with any delicious meal by AFTRE Odalo.
Is AFTRE a
these
chef?
are some of the things. And we talk of...
Is AFTRE a chef? What do you mean by all this superfluous words?
Wait now.
Break it down, please.
We should know the power of metaphor. So if I say he has not been served with meal, it means he must go to kitchen.
In what context?
When I say kitchen cabinet, is it that...
In what context? In what context? Break it down.
Wait now.
How has he failed? In what context?
The failure of Obase... Wait now. The failure of Obase... You repeat a lot. I'm answering you.
Go ahead.
The failure of Obaseki. He's part and parcel. The failure of Obaseki. He's part and parcel of it. And he's a lawyer and very happy. He understands the Latin, Mazin, Nocito Asoshi, meaning a thing not from his associates. He has been with Obaseki. All the policies of Obaseki, all the words of Obaseki. Today, as we speak, Edo State is stranded like a ship on the high seas, rudderless, with broken navigational aids.
Okay,
and seeking redemption.
In the spirit of exaggeration, now tell me what the savior Okpebolo will do. The savior Okpebolo, the captain of the ship, captain of the high seas.
So what's he going to do? Anyway, I saw that somewhere that I said I was going to share. There are many things I saw, few places that I was going to share with you. One of them is this, AFTRE, notifying us that Imo State, is it Imo State International Airport? I don't know if it's international. Is it? I don't know. Anyway, watch this.
So guys, we are right here at Imo State Airport. Touchdown Air Peace. It was an excellent flight. But unfortunately, this is where we are. In the compound, they said this is where we'll be claiming our luggages. And there's no light at Imo Airport. Excuse me. There's no light at Imo Airport. We'll be claiming our bags here, right in the compound. This is Nigeria in 2024. This is what we are experiencing. This is totally wrong and unacceptable. Sure. Who is ruling this state, please? What are we doing? Are we going back or we are moving forward? What are we doing? In 2024, no light at the airport. No, it's wrong. No, when we go in, we will still do that one. What was that? Air Peace, thank you so much. The flight was amazing, and the landing was awesome flight. Yes. Arrival, and this is where we are claiming our bags. Unspeakable. Imo State, shame on Una. Sam Mbakwe International Cargo Airport. See our Sam Mbakwe Airport. See our airports, no lights. On your mandate, we shall stand. Hope. We are here. Uncle, say hello to my camera.
Hello to my camera.
Say hello to
We go take out. That's so easy. No lights.
No lights for Niger 2024. 2024, no lights.
Just something that is probably not shocking. It's not shocking for so many of you, right? But it is 2024. Like I have seen a lot of them building airports. The one they built with 53 billion naira in Ebonyi is more or less like a tourist attraction. It's not even attracting tourists. Not to talk of attracting flies. Not fly to flies, like all these flies that will just fly like birds. Or also fly to the airport and say, yeah, nothing they fly, go there. And then the TR0U that built a 53 billion naira airport that looks like National Art Theatre or something, is now the one that is designing or want to build a super highway. So electricity is like a super highway. You remember that? It's unfortunate anyway, yeah. But there is another thing that I also want to share with you.
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.